Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up or flock off. Not you. You stick around because it's about to go down. You're now flocking the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse here on a Maniac Monday with the Eagle Maniac. You already know how I like to do around the time. About this time after time. It's always Eagles o'clock right here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak in and give it a and say it with me. Now we ain't saying nothing yet because what we're getting into right now is I started this last week and we're gonna get right back into it today, man. We got all kinds of the season all the time when it comes to football. You have the regular season, the postseason. It seems like it's always Howie season for us, right? You've got the draft season. And normally around this time, I call it the boast season because there's not a lot going on. So all fans can do at this point, at these times right now, is boast to one another. Whose team is going to be better this year because as much as we like to hold on to it, you know what I mean? We know what the real deal is. You know, we are the champions. We are the reigning champions, but everyone has a different team right now. And everyone feels that they can stake their claim to the top of the game. Who's going to be winners at the end of this thing, right? So that's what we normally do at this time. Say, yo, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you cool, but you still suck. And you know, we on things like that, right? However, this season, I took it upon myself, at least for my interest, for my therapy, for my sanity, much like all these quarterbacks are saying right now, they're stealing all from my guy. Regardless of what, I feel like this is the roast season. I mean, which is still similar to the same, right? But this roast season. Last week, we touched on the Bummanders. And over the next few weeks, until we get to training camp, I wanted to smack up the rest of the division, right? I know it's dope. You know, the NFC beasts and all that. As a contingent, it's cool. But nah, these are our enemies. These are our most staunch, most rivals, you know what I mean? The guys that we can't stand the most when you go against these guys because it seems to mean so much more. It's like you're losing 2 games when you lose 1, when you lose to a rival, right? Just even thinking about it is giving you chilly willies, right? Regardless of what, this week, you know, I know a lot of people, they think, you know, that team and this team, whatever the case may be. You just gonna get into it? We're gonna get into it, man. We're going to speak on the reasons why the Bowboys will not make the playoffs in 2025, amongst other things. You know, we go inside the mind of the Maniac. We're going to touch on a few other things. I've become a big Severance fan over the last week, right? And the show is just crazy. And it led me to believe, I'm thinking to myself, can Jalen Hurts, is it possible that Jalen Hurts is a severed quarterback? I mean, not so much like, you know, like he's the top quarterback in the league, but the way his brain works, you know what I mean? And there's a few things from 2024, we might get into that. I don't know. It depends on how long I go because, you know, strap in. Pause. But when it comes to the Bowboys, even though I don't feel like a lot of people, I saw somebody drop a survey, or not a survey, like an Eagles test earlier today. I forget what I was just reading something. Some dude was like, you have to believe in these things if you're a real Eagles fan and da-da-da. And I just don't feel like it just doesn't, while I can't stand the Bowboys, and once I start talking, when I start getting going, I'm going to start realizing that, you know what, I probably do hate them the most, but I just don't want to give them that credit. I mean, it's really like, I don't know, man. I've had dealings with the Bummanders and with the Giants, like, you know what, I guess we can say it's all equal, but whatever, for whatever reason, I chose to go with the Bummanders this week, probably because in closest proximity where I live, New York, you know what I mean? Like, I deal with the Giants fans all the time, so I'm going to save the best knife stab for... Whoa, relax. I'm going to save the best shot for last, you know what I mean? At least as far as I stand right now. But, before we get into any of that, let's get the Nest keeping out of the way. Please like and subscribe. If you about that fly, Eagles fly, drop a comment in that box. If you're flying with the flock, do remember, even if you're not, like I really care about them, but do remember, join that Maniac thing. Noti gang, you hit that bell, you get a ding whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the Maniac thing, let's keep the main thing. Hope this video finds you good times. Fly with fly skies. If you're not there, hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh yeah, good vibes, baby, good vibes. Not for these Bowboys, man. Not for these Bowboys, man. The number one reason, just right off the top of the head, just as, you know, during this week while I was thinking about this, speaking about this on a Maniac Monday, you know, your cheerleaders are more famous than y'all, man. Like they receive more fanfare than y'all, than the actual team, dogs. There are shows about Netflix who does shows about that player, this player, those players, all these players, all kinds of players, teams, guys, whatever you want to talk about, woman, male, female, whatever you want to call it, horses. Nothing about the Bowboys, but you know what they do have? The cheerleaders. And, you know, I'm not one of those dudes that just doesn't feel right to me, go around calling men girls and seeming as I'm demeaning them for whatever reason. But I mean, now I kind of get it. Like, it's the cowgirls. They're not really talking about the men. They're just saying, like, you know, when you go, you're really playing against the cheerleaders. Because that's what everyone's there for. No one cares about your bum-ass team. Bowboys, I hate y'all. So, yeah, see, it's starting to happen. I don't really hate this much. And, this is all, tongue-in-cheek. I'm not really that serious about this when I say that the cheerleaders are better than the team. But, they got a whole show. And they're cheerleaders right now getting contracts before Michael Parsons from the Cowboys organization. Just let that sink in, man. Let that sink. Let that traverse through your soul, throughout the Eagleverse, for all y'all out there listening right now. Just think about it like they're paying cheerleaders before they pay Micah Parsons. This is crazy. He needs to get up out of there, man. I don't even know why this team is in our division when I really think about it. But these are not reasons why they're not going to make the playoffs. I'm sorry I went off on a tangent. Let's get back to it. That's a low blow. Whoa. And speaking of blowing, whilst the aforementioned Micah Parsons was being filmed earlier this summer, spring, whatever you want to call it, he's talking to CeeDee Lamb. And this is part of the reason. Just bear with me if you will. I got to get this off my chest. So again, you do know this is therapy. While it's true, things can be considered true, but a lot of it is done to get my psyche quite correct while going through these times of having no football. Dude, we're so close. Number 55 on the screen. Are we 55 days away? That would be crazy. I just saw Brandon Graham. Got some what? Let's calm down. So whilst traversing some field, I don't know where they were at. I think it was Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, somebody else. Like I said, speaking of blowing, right? The wind proceeds to blow off this. No. Let's start from the beginning. Micah Parsons, he's trying to throw shade at our boy Quinyanamo Bay, right? As they're traversing the field, as they're meandering across some field, you know what I mean? You can't even tell what Cowboys are doing when they're on fields. These dudes got on bucket hats and shorts, and they're all on a football field together. Not playing football, which, seems to be par for the course for them, because they do everything, it seems to be, but play football. However, they're walking, they're talking. Micah's looking at some video of some people talking about Quinyanamo Bay is going, he's going to put him on an island. He's going to put CeeDee Lamb on an island. And your boy CeeDee proceeds to immediately say, cap to the strap. That'll never happen. Cap to the strap. Whilst the wind blows off his hat. And the man couldn't even catch that. You can't make this up, bro. You can't. This actually happened. You saw it happen all in real time. You're calling cap on a man putting you on a strap, pause, and you can't even catch that while your hat is being blown off your head. It's wild to me. Like you can't. The defense can lock you up, boy. What are you? The wind can lock you up. What are you talking about, man? Like it's baffling to me. And you know what I love even better than that is when Quinyon Mitchell was asked about him saying whatever he said about that. He said, I don't even watch that, man. I don't even watch stuff. I'm not even on it. That's not even my mind say this. And that just, to me, is one of the main reasons that the Bowboys will not make the Super Bowl, because it seems to me that if you're a Bowboy, if you're not putting your foot in your mouth, cow shit is coming out of that mouth. And that's why they will always stink, because the fish rots from the head as long as that longhorn cowfish, Jerry Jones. And I hate to do this to the old man. I feel like I'm punching down. Because he's a billionaire. He can take it, right? Dude, as long as he's the head of the organization, is yet another reason why they will not make the playoffs. Albeit they have made the playoffs in other years with him being at the helm. And I know this could be more about like why they won't win a championship, this, that, and third. But in this instance, these are just the little reasons. We haven't even gotten to the real reasons yet. These are just the fun ones that I want to throw out there. Have a little fun with maniacs out there, mama maniacs, papa maniacs, flocaholics, and all that, right? Want to have a little fun with it. But still, though, I've had friends who have left when Jerry Jones left. Maniac Wayne said that he would not go back to the Cowboys until Jerry Jones is joined. He's a Jets fan. He would rather root for the Jets than the Bowboys. It's wild to me. It's crazy. A team that, no shade on the Jets. You know what I'm saying? little bros of everyone in the league, right? But I mean, just the fact that you can be a part of there are there are people that will rather root, and I mean, it's been happening a lot over the last years. We've seen it in videos, we've seen it in games, pre-games, post-games, whatever what kind of games you're talking about. We've seen the fans out there burning their hats. We got Skip Bayless putting on Jalen Hurts jerseys. It's wild out there for y'all, bro. But regardless of what, like I said, this is all just the fun stuff. One of the main reasons that I see that the Bowboys will continue to bow down and not make the playoffs this season is because, as I see it, on some real, right? They have not addressed any of the glaring deficiencies that they had, that they displayed last season. This is a team that is trash at run defense. They were trash at run defense at the end of the 23 season. We saw what the Packers did to them. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it made my day. The Eagles had not quite lost shit, but I just felt it simmer. You know, we want to downslide, downtick, whatever you want to call that, right? And that Sunday, I mean, I even said it, which is trash because when the Eagles lose, it always feels worse. But anyway, I said it after the Packers annihilated, decimated, consecrated, cremated the Cowboys. Consecrated is crazy. when they annihilated the Bowboys, they were running all over them. And I was like, dude, sometimes the Bowboys lose. And when your enemies lose, sometimes it feels better than you winning. And that's a real defeat. It's not, I don't even know. It just doesn't feel like the right mentality to have. And that's why I go through this therapy. However, that being the case, they mollywopped them, and they just ran all over them, and everyone saw that was the issue, but they proceeded to come into the next season not addressing said issue. I do believe they got Mozzie Smith in that draft possibly the year before. I don't know, whatever the case may be. They went and re-signed Diggy Zua. That's great, keep a guy that produces for you, but a run defense does not that one man make. And then they got some dude in the draft when I was doing my AI. Like I told y'all, man, we're gonna show y'all how the rest of the league is cooked over here. You feel me? But anyway, we're gonna take you behind the curtain, if you will, right? So I'm looking at AI and they're like, Diggy Zawa, Mozzie Smith, and some rookie. They don't even, AI don't even got the dude's name. It's crazy. I don't want to discredit the dude like that because if I do recall, I think it's somebody that I wanted us to pick up. But I mean, I'm good with $sign all day, 24/7, 360 fly. You know how we do this thing, right? Regardless from what? What? Not to mention, okay, these three guys, you got Mozzie Smith and Diggy Zua. Maybe they'll get better. Who knows? But I mean, I don't think they could cough or sneeze or whatever at the Bumanders offensive line, at the Giants offensive line, let alone the greatest offensive line of all time, the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles, Great Wall of Liner. We're working on that. That could be something, man. I'm working on that. Regardless of what, if they can't do anything to them, what are they going to do to us? But this isn't about us. This is about the rest of the division and why they are dumpster fires and we are the top of the tops. We are the size, none higher. Somebody that they need to aspire to be like. If you're picking up what I'm laying down, right? However, that being said, they get all of these things. They re-signed this guy. I mean, they pushed up the market crazy, which sometimes I see as a tactic. I see as a tactic. I've seen us do it at times. Let's run this price tag up. So they pay a Diggy Zua crazy money. Then you got my boy, as soon as someone's out the door, I completely forget about him. It's horrible. Big Mill Will. I told y'all from jump, man. That boy was going to get some mills, and he got some big mills. And you could say that's part and parcel due to what the Bowboys did with Diggy Zua's contract, which is just wild to me. Like, the people that they take care of and the people that they don't, they made sure they got that out the way. Oh, no, he was a free agent, so they had to go snatch him up, right? I believe that was the case. However, you've got that going on. They're giving him money. Then they proceed to push out their best run defender, DeMarcus Lawrence, out the door. Go, get him up out of here. We don't need him. Who needs him? Why? Because he's beefing with the team, talking trash to the team. I mean, as much as I couldn't stand DeMarcus Lawrence, he was another one. Perhaps it does change the culture for him. But I mean, it's just like it goes from one mouthpiece to another mouthpiece. They're like centipedes over there, just shitting, talking. Excuse my language, sorry. But I mean, like, dude, it's nonstop. So once he's out the door, now you're seeing guys like, I mean, it was bad for me to see even CD Lamb, but I feel Micah Parsons pulled him into that, made him say the things he said that day as far as his cap and no one ever did that, yada da da da. Was quite possibly may be the case, but I mean, you just don't give that bulletin board material, and it seems Micah Parsons is the poster boy for bulletin board material. He's just gonna give it to the other team all day. Pause. Right? He's a great player. Don't want to poo that, but people target him in the run game. You run to his side. Maybe he'll show that up this season. I highly doubt it. But that is possibly the biggest reason I see. I mean, not to mention, like I said, this isn't about us. However, we are the top of that division as it stands right now. At least at the end of last year, at the end of the season, kings of the crown, kings of the court, kings of whatever you want to call it, right? And we have the best offensive line in the league, arguably, right? Let's be cool for a second. I'm gonna get off it for a little bit, as much as I can, right? Because we roasting, we ain't boasting, right? Now you guys are going against us, and we have Saquon Barkley and quite possibly the best offensive line in the league, and you do nothing to shore that up, but get rid of your best run defender, sign a guy that's already been there, and get a rookie. I make it make sense to me. I know I'm not all in the weeds with y'all, and like quite possibly I should be. Nah, no, I shouldn't. No, flock y'all, right? But maybe my acumen, my wherewithal, my know isn't quite there as far as what your team has done, but those are the things that seem to stand out at the forefront that I'm picking up in my Eagle vision, and I don't believe it's enough for y'all to do anything with us, let alone the rest of the division, while everyone else is showing up their offensive line and emboldening their run games. You guys seem to say, nah, we ain't going to do that. We're going to go this way. Now, I give it to you. That DB room, I give it to y'all. That DB room, kind of like low-key nice. You know what I mean? You got a lot of guys coming back from injury, but, the linebackers always been, man. Defensive line, once again, like I said, man, you got Michael Parsons, I guess, yeah. Got that guy, special teams. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. Come on, man. You don't laugh at a man getting locked. That's crazy. You don't laugh at a black man getting locked up in America. But it's a Bowboy, so what the fuck? Man, like, dude, what the dogs? Like, I just heard this from Philly. Shout out to Philly 500, man. Just watch this before I hopped on here, right? Dude, like, what? Wait, what? So, okay, you got that going on with your special teams. Just another thing that you're going to have to, another hurdle that you're going to have to hop over before the season starts, right? Maniac Jr., where's that jersey? Bro, I forgot last week when Maniac Jr. brought out the A.J. Brown jersey. I forgot it was his damn birthday. It was right there, layup, boom, alley-oop, da-da-da. And we proceeded to do with the alley-oop what Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown did with the alley-oop. Came out a little crazy, but we still gave credit where credit was due. A.J. Brown is out here kicking ass and taking names. He's playing the game. He's doing everything the right way this offseason. I mean, I just can't wait to see what he does when he gets back on this field. And shout out to the boy, A.J. Brown. Happy birthday, belated birthday to A.J. Brown. Take that back. Get that out of here. Hang it up. Put it where it needs to be. Matter of fact, we getting signatures on that. I don't know whose signature, but let's just put a signature on it, right? But however, though, man, back to the Bowboys, man. And that's like, I mean, it's just crazy what we can do with this team against them. But like I said, once again, this is not about us. You've got the what's going on with their special teams, a hurdle that they're gonna have to overcome in the offseason. I believe like with the way the NFL is constituted right now, if anything's gonna happen, it'll probably be at the end of next season. It's because, they have to go do their due diligence, do their investigation, this, that, and the third. So that probably, hopefully, I mean, like I said, I can't, as much as I would like. Hurting the team, no one want to hurt somebody personally, you know what I mean? But regardless of what, that's one thing that they have to contend with. Because it just seems like, once again, like I said, just thing on top of thing on top of thing with this team. Is just something, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And then once again, they went and snatched up George Pickens. We're going to see how that works. You got a guy in him who's just as volatile as anyone on that team, possibly more volatile, and you're putting him in a room where the quarterback doesn't seem to me to command much respect. You heard Diggs last season, or was it the year before? I don't know, in training camp. Like, you was like, dog, calling a man out his name like that is crazy, let alone the leader of your football team, let alone the veteran leader, highest paid player in the damn league. It is wild to me how... and that's where I wanted to go next. But before we get there, then we're also going to speak on the running backs. What did you do with your running back room? I had this kid, Blue is good, but I mean, you look at the size, wish them the best, right? They got our backup backing him up. Like, no, I think our backup is going to be their starter. Our starter's back. Dude, I don't. Miles Sanders is over there too. I don't know what they're doing. And this is just a multitude of reasons. I know that I'm not coming out as cogent as I had last week with the Bowmanners, but I don't know what it is. And you may be right. Flock the Cowboys. Flock the Bowboys. Dallas stinks. 124-7, 365. You know how that thing goes down, man. I can't even keep my brain straight. So the running backs, man. DBs, quarterback is, and I'm going to speak on a few things that I hate to speak on when it comes to Dak. Number one, I mean, I can't deny it. Whack ass guy. He has smacked up the NFC East for his tenure of being here. He may not do anything in the playoffs, but what he does in the regular season to this NFC East cannot be contended. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna like what I'm not delusional like them. I see with my own eyes what happens in the regular season. But the one time I do remember in the regular season when it was for all the marbles at the end of the season, when Carson Wentz had 1, 2, 3, 4 -4 wide receivers on the damn field. Nah, big shout out to my boy Greg Ward, and I believe Homeboy stood up for the first time too. Sega J-Jaw. Dude had an amazing nickname. I believe he started the game with like 6 straight receptions or something crazy. Regardless of what, that was when it was all for the marbles in the regular season. A decimated Eagles team against a Dak Prescott-led Cowboys team, and they just could not do it. They could not get over that hurdle against us at the time. And like I said, they've done little things in the regular season, albeit over the last 2, 3 years, I believe we've split the series against them, albeit he hasn't been on the field. I mean, you have to. It's just wild to me. I hate to bring up the I word. That's my. Ooh, I hate to do it. And I would never wish it upon a man. But sometimes you got to call it how you see it. Over the last he's missed 26 games over the last 5 seasons. That's 5 games a season. Like, you talking about that team without him doing anything is wild to me. I just can't see it being done. Not to mention these said injuries. 2 of them, I believe, have been season-ending. It's a very short list of quarterbacks that have come back from 2 season-ending injuries, which I believe he had more, but regardless of what the other ones was like, in season, out season, out beginning of the season, and all kinds of parts of the season, right? You just don't see it getting. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna refrain from that one. I hate to speak on injuries and things of that ilk, man. For all intents and purposes, those are the reasons, as I just laid out, why I cannot see the Bowboys making the playoffs in 2025. I see the schedule is crazy for them. You've got a decimated, not so much a decimated lineup, an uninspired lineup. If I'm just looking at it on paper, oh yeah, and not to mention one of the biggest reasons we haven't even touched on it yet. Who the hell is Shoddy Jr.? I don't know who Schottenheimer Jr. is as a head coach or whatever the case may be, what he's going to bring to the table. So you got that to contend with. We have a new head coach. I believe we have a new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinators, new quarterback coach. All kinds of things are going on over there. And not to mention a bunch of new guys coming in. We'll see what happens. But all this entailed, along with the entertaining nuggets that we put on top with the longhorn cowfish head at the top of the rotten fish, Jerry Jones. I just can't see it, man. The defensive line being the same as it was before. Couldn't stop the run before. How are they going to do it now? What did they do to bolster that defensive line? What did they do to bolster that running back room? What is Dak going to do? What is the new head coach going to do? There's a whole lot of questions is all I'm saying. You can say that about any team, but this is about the NFC East ropes. And I'm saying what I'm saying because that's how I'm saying it, because that's how I'm feeling. PHlock, damn it. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the other things that I was going to get into, I guess I could do it real quick. The other teams, like I said, we're going to look at another division each week as we're heading up to the preseason, the whole training camp and all that. So today, top of my head, the one that I thought of, last week we did the AFC North. We'll talk on the NFC North real quick, man. A lot of people, I believe, I've seen them I even saw Dave Zangaro and Ruben Frank saying that they see, as far as the NFC quarterbacks, they have J.J. McCarthy ahead of Russell Wilson. I forget the damn boy's name. Mr. Wilson. What are we talking about? So, yeah, I don't really know what they're going to do over there. You got Green Bay with the new receiver. I can see them standing pat. The Bears have definitely gotten better. But still, as far as the best division I'm seeing right now, I'm still seeing as the NFC North. I mean, the AFC North. I can't really see the NFC North contending with that. With the rookie quarterback in Minnesota, who knows? He may be the bee's knees. He may be the truth. You still got a questionable Chicago Bears team who I really can't stand right now because their coach talking trash. Like, he really does this. Like, I like my plays to be beautiful, like my quarterback's nails. What the flock is he talking about? I have no idea, right? This is him in contention to the Brotherly Show. Oh, yeah, and then the Packers are... I'm gonna let Philly Mike tell y'all what he is. Go check him out and do it like I just can't root for a team who's trying to root a play out of the league. Like, it's just not the type of men you want to follow when you've got coaches saying to ban a play. I can't see it. Detroit still does what they do, and because they voted for it, so I'm a flock with them. But we see them early too, Do we see them early? Do we see them late? I forget. I got to take another look at the. That's a game I need to get to. What up, Maniac? What up, Bud? I don't know who Bud is, but Bud talks a lot of stuff about them bum ass Lions. So yeah, I hate them too. Then yeah. So yeah, I can't see them. Just as far as I see it, I'm still on that NFC, that AFC North thing, man. Like just seeing all the people that they brought over to that division. Not to mention some guys that they have shipped out though. Like George Pickens getting up out of there really helps the defenses over there. I don't know, but I mean, but prior to the Steelers and the Ravens making the moves they have made, I saw the Browns as making a quick uptick, maybe possibly challenging. Oh no, it was the Ravens who won that division, right? So you got the Ravens, Browns. Call someone what? They and the Bengals. The Bengals. Oh yeah, the Bengals. Ugh. Yeah, the Bengals defense leaves a lot to be desired. I don't know. I still see them as edging out. They're gonna be the kings of the hill until further notice. And then we said we was gonna speak on Severance just a little bit. Yeah, it's my new guilty pleasure like dogs. I'm watching this show. I'm seeing the way these characters go from being at work and then not at work, but then it's still, the same person, but it's not as crazy. And I look at Jalen Hurts. This dude, he's in the Jalen Hurts works for Lumen, y'all. I'm convinced. This guy, he goes in, you see him, he's getting married, he's on the sidelines, he's at your post games, he's singing out, he's doing all these things, singing out with Jordan and all this. Cool dude. But he gets in between those lines, bro. This man is a complete psycho, ape shit like the people working in the GOAT ward, man. You see, Jalen Hurts is from the GOAT ward. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. But if you haven't checked out Severance, give it a shot, man. And that's just inside the mind of Maniac. I have to get off now. Let's get that off my chest because this is part of the therapy, right? You can just talk about football all day. Ha ha! Yes, we can. It's Eagles o'clock all the time around here, man. I told y'all. And yeah, we're going to say that for another time, man. We had a lot of great storylines in 24. Maybe we'll get into that next time because I'm getting a bit long-winded over here and that would just open up a whole other can of beans. So, to the next time, make it the best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a great time. You know what I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. It's always Eagles o'clock around here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak in, give it a and say it with me. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs that Brooklyn shove on you? Say it with me too. EAGLES. Eagles, let's block and go. Oh, and happy birthday to Maniac Jr. and the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if you know, July 8th is the birthday of Maniac Jr. and the Philadelphia Eagles in 1933. Go figure. I mean, it's just written all over, man. I was born to be a Birds fan. I bleed green, baby. Let's do this thing. Go Birds!